Ladies and gentlemen, the next pitch will be delivered by Professor Leonard Pope. He'll be talking to us today about the Ethereal Neuron Dreaming Programme.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. My name is Holly Cassidy. I'm currently on my internship as a psychologist with Professor Leonard Pope. Today we are here to ask for financial backing. My current body of work is internationally recognised in many medical journals, and I've been working personally with the professors from the start of the project. Currently, over 50 million people worldwide suffer from schizophrenia. This is a subject close to mine and my colleague's heart. I'd now like to hand the proceedings over to my esteemed colleague, Professor Leonard Pope.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have come to talk about a prototype I have recently manufactured for a new drug, doxyprochloroserine. This induces the state of ethereal neuron dreaming, END for short. As a private psychologist, I have experienced firsthand the annoyance and lack of treatment available in this sector. Therefore, through years of focus groups and monitoring their progress, I have produced a way to fight their illnesses. Personally, I believe there is a big market for this drug, as normal therapy prescribed by a psychiatrist does not work effectively. I'm sure you are aware of the different numerous treatments that have been attempted to control mental health issues. An extensive study from the UK Mental Health Institute has shown that the success rate is under 25%. I'm introducing patients an opportunity to cure themselves. I'm sure you are dubious about this concept, so I will explain how it works. The drug should be administered through an intravenous drip that should utilise the unused connections from the brain to the nervous system, making the patient unconscious. From these extra connections, the patient becomes disengaged, which allows the mind to enter the ethereal state. It is in this state that the patient can enter their own minds.
Excuse me, how is this in any way related to a mental health condition?
The drug works on the basis that all mental health arises from within the person suffering them. This END world, the mental condition can manifest itself into a physical entity, which enables the patient to interact internally, and as a result gives them a chance to overcome their illness, if they can overpower it in a manifested form. I am a long-term sufferer of schizophrenia. I know firsthand the frustration of having a mental health illness and being helpless to do anything about it. I studied psychoanalysis to rid people of their difficulties, to stop them from going through what I have felt.
Can you please remain concise, Professor Pope? Time is wearing thin.
Yes, where was I? The patient can interact with this entity. This END world is nothing like the world that we live in. Our universe physics are not necessarily mirrored. There is an abundance of verisimilitude. Nothing in it is physical or real. It is simply recalled data from the hippocampus.
And what is that?
I'm sorry, that's the part of the brain that contains the long-term memory.
Well, how can this in any way be safe without a trial? It's absolutely absurd.
I am confident in this treatment, as I will trial it on myself. By defeating the entity I believe will cure the subject of their mental health illness. In this world, the subject can recall any environment from their long-term memory, and this will be instantly layered, hence meaning the subject can travel to wherever they want.
get out after defeating this entity?
I have developed a second serum, which should be applied via injection after 15 minutes of REM sleep within the END world. The chemicals in this formula will counteract those of the END and boost the patient's adrenaline, which should allow them to safely wake up without suffering any...
Did you say should? I'm sorry, Professor Pope, but at this level of treatment, I'm afraid maybes aren't going to cut it. Will the shot wake the patient or not?